Hello students, today we will discuss about deviation of real gases from ideal behavior. First of all, what is an ideal gas? An ideal gas is the gas which follow Boyle's law, Charles' law, Avogadro law and also satisfy this particular equation which is known as ideal gas equation, for which PV is equal to nRT strictly. This is an ideal gas. But in actual there is no real gas which is perfectly ideal. Real gases show ideal behavior only at high temperature and low pressure. Other than this, most of the time they either show positive deviation from the ideal gas behavior or negative deviation from the ideal gas behavior. Let's discuss this in more detail. For an ideal gas, PV is equal to nRT. This is ideal gas equation. PV is equal to nRT. So if we divide nRT, that is this side of the equation, with this side, what we will get? Yeah, we will get 1 because both are equal. And the ratio of this side and this side is known as compressibility factor, denoted by Z. Z is the ratio of product of nR and T, that is number of mole, universal gas constant and absolute temperature, with the product of pressure and volume. This ratio is known as compressibility factor and denoted by Z. For an ideal gas, volume of Z is always, value of Z is always 1 because PV is equal to nRT, both are equal, so result will be 1. For an ideal gas, the value of Z is 1. Now, real gases either show positive deviation or negative deviation from the ideal gas behavior. If the value of Z is less than 1, this is known as negative deviation, and this represents that the gas is more compressible than what expected from the ideal behavior. And if the value of Z is less than 1, it is known as positive deviation, and this means that the gas is less compressible than what expected from ideal behavior. If we see this plot, this is a plot between Z and P, that is compressibility factor, which is ratio of this nRT and PV versus P. For an ideal gas, the plot should be straight line because the value of Z is always constant. For an ideal gas, it is always 1. So it should be a straight line. But for real gases do not follow ideal behavior, so they will show either positive deviation or negative deviation. If we see helium, hydrogen and helium, they are showing positive deviation from the ideal gas behavior. And if we see nitrogen, methane and carbon dioxide, in starting they show negative deviation and then they follow positive deviation. So the gases either show positive or negative deviation from the ideal gas behavior. This is known as deviation from ideal gas behavior. Now, what are the reasons behind the deviation of real gas from the ideal behavior? The postulates of kinetic molecular theory are basically deal with the behavior of molecules of a gas of an ideal gas. They draw an ideal picture for a gas, that is for an ideal gas, and there are some faults. Some of the assumptions of kinetic molecular theory are faulty. That's why the real gas do not obey those all the postulates. What are the faulty assumptions of kinetic theory? The first one is volume occupied by gas molecule is negligible as compared to the total volume of gas. This is a postulate of kinetic molecular theory, according to which the volumes occupied by the molecules are negligible as compared to the total volume of gas. This is in actual not so. Why it is not so? Let me rub this one first. And the second postulate is there is no intermolecular forces between the molecules of a gas. These two postulates are faulty and the real gases do not obey these two postulates of kinetic molecular theory. Let's see why. The first one is volume occupied by gaseous molecule is negligible as compared to the total volume of gas. This is so, but only at high temperature and low pressure condition. Let's say this is a box which contains molecules of oxygen, of gas, very small. The volume of container, that is total volume of gas, is very high, and the molecules are, the distance between the molecules is so large that the size, that is dimension of a particular molecule is negligible. The radius of a particular molecule is 2 into 10 power minus 10 meter in this order. So this is so small that it can be neglected as compared to the whole volume. Okay, but if we increase pressure, what happens? That the volume decreases, not in this way. Let's say it was a piston, a movable piston, and in starting these were the gases. If we increase the pressure by moving piston inward, we get a situation in which volume gets decreased by increasing pressure. Now, the distance between two molecules of gas gets decreased and they come closer. Now, the volumes of molecules cannot be neglected because the total volume has decreased while the volume of a particular molecule remains constant by, this is the postulate of kinetic molecular theory, that the molecules are rigid, spherical and elastic. That means they do not reduce or change their shape. So when we increase the pressure, the size of molecule remains same while the total volume decreases. This means now we cannot neglect the size or the volume occupied by a particular volume of a particular molecule of gas. So this postulates fails in this situation, and in the condition of high pressure this does not follow because the size of a particular molecule cannot be neglected anymore when the pressure is high. Again, there is no intermolecular forces. That means the molecules of gas neither attract nor repel each other and they move independently to each other. This was another postulate of kinetic molecular theory. This is again okay, that followed by the most of the gases, but only at low pressure condition. When we increase the pressure, molecules come closer to each other and now the force of attraction comes into play. When pressure was low, molecules were very apart from each other, the distance between two molecules were very high, so they were not able to attract or repel each other, the intermolecular forces were not in play. But when the pressure is increased and the molecules come closer to each other, they start attracting and repelling each other too. And that is why its temperature gets decreased. Why? Because the heat is used up in order to overcome the interaction forces between the molecules. That means the intermolecular forces come into play when the pressure is high. So these two postulates fail at the condition of high pressure. Now these two postulates are faulty. So a scientist, van der Waal, suggested some correction in ideal gas equation in order to fit it for real gases, and that equation is known as van der Waal equation. We will see the corrections done by van der Waal in ideal gas equation. Now what was the ideal gas equation? Ideal gas equation was PV is equal to nRT. Okay. First is correction in volume. As we see just right now, that volume of a particular molecule cannot be neglected when at high pressure conditions. It cannot be neglected. Now, because the volume occupied by a particular molecule is also considerable and it cannot be neglected anymore. So, what happens that the actual volume available for the movement of molecules gets decreased. what we assume in general that the volume of a gas is equal to volume of container. This is because the volume occupied by a particular molecule is negligible, and we assume that whole space is available for its movement. But at high pressure condition, when the volume occupied by a particular molecule is not negligible anymore, the actual volume available for the movements of molecules get decreased. Now it can move in only this area and not in these spaces. Why? Because these are already occupied by molecules which are rigid and elastic. So that means the actual volume available for the movement of molecules is somewhat less than the ideal volume which we expected earlier. So we need to introduce a correction term, that is V corrected, that is actual volume is less than the ideal volume which we expected minus this term. This is known as excluded volume. Excluded volume is the volume which is reserved by a particular molecule. If we decrease, if we let's say the volume occupied by a particular molecule is V and there are n number of molecules, so what we need to calculate the actual volume of the gas is to decrease the total volume of container or the ideal volume which we expected earlier by this term. Now this much of volume is available, that is free space for the movement of molecules. So the corrected volume will be V is equal to V ideal minus NV, and is the number of molecules available, and V is the correction term which is known as excluded volume. V is a constant and which depends on again the properties of molecules. And the value of V is 4 times the volume of one molecule, that is 4, and as we know that a particular volume, the molecule is spherical, so its volume will be 4 by 3 pi r cube. 4 into 4 by 3 pi r cube is the value of V, that is a constant excluded volume, van der Waals constant. Now this was the first correction term, V will be replaced by this. The second one is in pressure. Actually what we assume that the molecules of a particular gas neither attract nor repel each other. We talk about pressure of a gas. What is pressure? Pressure is the force exerted by the molecules of gas when they strike the wall of container. In ideal gas, what we assume in kinetic molecular theory, that gases move independently to each other. It means no one attracts a particular molecule. So these are free and they will strike the wall with their full momentum. But if there is force of interaction between the molecule, that means if a particular molecule is coming toward the wall for collision, at the same time there is another molecule which is attracting it, and those all are attracting it toward itself. So the actual force which it would have exerted on the wall if there was no force of interaction would be greater than what it will exert now when the other molecules are attracting it toward it with themselves. That means the actual pressure, the ideal pressure in which no molecule attract the particular molecule which is colliding with the wall of container, is greater than the real pressure, because this time now the molecule which is colliding with the wall of container are attracted by the bulk molecules. So the actual pressure gets decreased. So what we need to do, we need to add a correction term into the real pressure in order to get the ideal pressure. This is because the ideal pressure is more than the actual pressure. This is because in real condition, in our ideal condition, there is no force of interaction, means a molecule is colliding with the wall with its full force, because no one is attracting it from that side. But when there is force of attraction between the molecule, when in that case, when the molecule is moving toward the wall, there are some molecules which will attract it back due to interaction. So the resultant force which it will exert on the wall of container will get reduced because of attraction by other molecules. So we need to add a correction term into actual pressure in order to get the real pressure, the ideal pressure. So the corrected term will be P observed, which is real pressure, plus this correction term, and this correction term is AN square by VB is volume and is the number of molecules, and again A is a van der Waals constant which depends on the nature of molecules. So these are the two correction terms. V will be replaced by this and P will be replaced by this. When we put the values of V and P into ideal gas equation, we get this into this. This is known as van der Waals equation with the correction term of pressure and volume both. This is a van der Waals equation which is followed by real gases where A and B are van der Waals constants. B is known as excluded volume and its value is 4 times the volume of a particular molecule, while A stands for attractive forces between the molecules. Greater the value of A, stronger will be the attractive forces. Unit of A is atmosphere liter square per mole, while the value of B is, the units of B is liter per mole. So this was the story of deviation of the real gases from ideal behavior. Thank you.